Hello all and welcome to The Beautiful Game, the segment where we take a look at the poetic and brilliant side of the game that we love. We are back by popular demand for yet more glorious beauty. And that concludes The Beautiful Game. How the diddly are we diddling today? I don't even know what these intros are anymore, fam. Welcome back to yet another installment of Football This Week, the series where I bring you the best and more frequently the worst of what the world of football has to offer online over the course of a week. We're gonna get straight into things this week because football has been mental. It's like it's a child that's got ADHD and it's been given 3 cans of Red Bull this week. I don't know what's going on. Now, Liverpool played Aston Villa over the course of the weekend, and for the majority of the game, we were losing it. That also represents how I was feeling, because I, in turn, was also losing it. Losing what, I hear you ask? My sanity, my marbles, the desire to wake up the next morning. Villa took the lead in, I think, the 25th minute of the game. We were kind of unlucky. I think we dominated the game, but we were losing until the 87th minute when Andy Robertson got an equaliser. And then in the 94th, Sadio Mane, with one of the last pieces of action of the whole game, wins it for us and snatches all 3 points, and in turn impregnates me. Trent, I know I said about pregnancy, you don't have to get excited, mate. It's not. Pep Guardiola didn't seem too amused. He came out and said Sadio Mane either dives or gets a last minute winner. Yeah, Pep, mate, it's not like City players don't do that. Like, they would never do that. In my opinion, Sadio Mane has got to bring out a Luis Suarez and fling himself to the ground right in front of the City manager next weekend. VAR was controversial again. I mean, I could literally just copy and paste this sentence into every single episode. Firmino had a goal ruled out by VAR for being offside by a literal skin follicle. The width of an atom offside. The diameter of literally nothing of... I don't know what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is, it was very close. The problem is with this, right? Where does the arm start? Who biologically knows this? I've said this before. I think Heung-min Son was offside a while ago by, like, the same margin. Where does the arm and the body start? As soon as someone can definitively say that, then I'm fine with VAR giving offsides like this. I don't know what it is about this football club, but they just raise my blood pressure for no apparent reason. You could ask them to cross the street and they'd turn it into an MI5 mission. To be fair, City brought the same energy this weekend as well. They were losing 1-0 to Southampton before having to come back from behind and win the game. I'll be honest with you, I expected this game to end about 463-0 to City. I was looking for some XXX content. Stuff that wasn't even allowed on the usual part of the internet. Wouldn't have been the only thing Zinchenko'd been ploughing in recent weeks. But in the end, it was close. So, I mean, work that one out. Arsenal fans really should just know better than to post tweets like this in 2019. Overall, moral of the story, Sadio Mane is the best player in the world.
He's the best football player in the world. I don't know why he's laughing for. Chris, why are you laughing for? Why are you laughing for? I'm being serious.
Watford goalkeeper Ben Foster has now had more shots on target this season than Jesse Lingard. Yeah, but how many dance moves has he created this year? Because that's really the more important stat. In other news, Leicester City are literally sick. They got a 2-0 victory thanks to goals from Lord Farquhar from Shrek and also from Jamie Vardy, in which he did, the prancing eagle celebration or something in front of the Crystal Palace fans. Obviously, Palace are known as the Eagles. It's a shithousery award for you, Jamie. It's also a game in which we saw James MacArthur and James McCarthy swap places in a substitution. McCarthception. It's quite a controversial sequel to the original, but honestly, the question has now seriously got to be asked about Leicester. Can they actually finish in the top 4? Because this team, like, I'm not gonna lie, this team is strong. Vardy, Soyuncu, and Ndidi, Tielemans, Chilwell, Jose Perez has stepped up now. This is a good squad. Let me know down in the comments section whether you think Leicester City will actually finish in the top 4. So this mum got annoyed at the fact that Deliveroo charged her for getting a KFC on her birthday, but then it didn't deliver. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge. All I'm gonna say is it looks like she's just received the Player of the Month award for the Premier League. Moving on to the Carabao Cup action from what seems like 27 years ago. Manchester United beat Chelsea 2-1, and Marcus Rashford finally didn't send a free kick into the intergalactic regions. He absolutely banged it. Like, this is actually one of the best free kicks I think I've ever seen. However, he may well have forgotten what competition he was playing in.
Yeah, definitely 3 points is the way that you wanna start a day like tomorrow.
It's the cup. There's no 3 points available because you go, you know what, forget it. And elsewhere in that competition, Liverpool drew 5-5 with Arsenal. I don't even know where to start with this game. There was some bangers from Oxlade-Chamberlain, Joe Willock, Divock Origi. A Liverpool local managed to get the winning penalty in the shootout for us. At the end of the day, Arsenal scored 5 goals against our under-15s and somehow didn't even win. We don't even want to be in this competition because of the fixture congestion. To be fair, there is a man at the helm who was quoted this week with saying, "It was a negative result, but tactically the plan worked." What do you mean? Wait, so your plan against Wolves was to lose the lead? Literally, I cannot fathom that sentence. I hope Unai Emery isn't a dog person because the man could never keep hold of a lead. Do you get it? Because, I mean, listen, who are the real losers out of this situation? Because we've now got to play about 57 games in December. This is just a compilation video of Gini Wijnaldum. Over on Football Manager, someone has actually created Chris Eubank as a manager on this game. That's it. It's getting a 5-star review from me. That's all I needed to see. Now, Everton v Spurs. 1-1 draw was the result of this on Monday Night Football. Both teams played badly again. They're both in trouble, but there was signs of improvement in this game. Dele Alli brought a very interesting celebration to the table. That was me, to be fair, watching the first half of this game. Obviously, the whole game was overshadowed, though, by a horrific injury to Andre Gomez. Before I say anything else, I want to wish him a really speedy recovery. Thankfully, his first surgery's gone really, really well. I felt bad for Heung-min Son as well. People have been being really harsh on him on social media. You got to remember, he's going to be scarred by this for a while as well. He's just broken someone's leg inadvertently. At the end of the day, it was a cynical tackle, you know, to try and stop a counter-attack, but he didn't mean to break the guy's leg, for crying out loud. Once again, though, get well soon, Andre Gomez. It's always horrible to see stuff like that. Everyone, though, is behind you. You're a phenomenal player. I'm sure you'll be back soon enough. So that's what Sir Alex Ferguson is doing these days. There's been some mental results over in Europe as well. Bayern Munich lost 5-1 to Frankfurt, which has resulted in their manager Niko Kovac getting sacked. RB Leipzig won a game 8-0. Levante beat Barcelona. The whole of football is broken. Put it in rice. If you're having a bad day at all, just remember that Fulham midfielder Harry Arter has spent the last 5 years thinking that Boris Johnson is actually Jeremy Corbyn. It wasn't him that did the whole NHS thing, mate. You just stick to the football, lad. Now, controversy again over in Italy. Shock horror. Mario Balotelli was racially abused by Hellas Verona fans. He decided to walk off the pitch. He picked up the ball, yammed it into the crowd at them, and then proceeded to just walk off. In the end, he was convinced to stay and then scored an absolute screamer in front of him. Inject it into my very veins. Once again, though, it's a case of Italy not dealing with the situation and then denying it when it happens. Hellas Verona's manager came out and categorically said that he wasn't racially abused, even though it has nothing to do with him. Ultimately, they'll get fined £10,000. Italy will move on. No one will care. Then I will rant about this again in 2 weeks from now. Intent for the ball, mate. Play on. But now it is time for still 0-0, and you guys know what this is all about by now. This is the segment where we take a look at the best of Sunday League football from the course of the week. Now, we've got a penalty about to be taken here in Northern Ireland, and I've got a feeling they're going to go for something a little bit elaborate here. Come on, Brian, mate. This is your moment. Your naming lights. Scoring from this penalty. Over in France, an AS Monaco defender decided to kick the VAR machine after being sent off by it. If you're gonna kick anything, don't kick the VAR machine. That's what's gonna review the next thing, mate. You're bound to get caught. And finally, over in Australia, Perth Glory had to play with bibs and training outfits because their kit got lost on the flight to the game. They managed to get a draw. They were then replied to by the company that was flying them to the game and told the bags did actually arrive. So I guess the mystery will go on forever. But that is going to be it for football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on this video, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. You can also follow me on social media. It is at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.